so lively, gotta make it mine. From downtown streets to the Carroll Creek view, there's something special here, you feel it too. Good morning Frederick, rise and shine. A city so lively, gotta make it mine. From downtown streets to the Carroll Creek view, there's something special here, you feel it too. Your host Danny, here to guide the way with a big smile. She brightens up your day, girls of your day. Good morning Frederick, rise and shine. City so lively, gotta make it mine. From downtown streets to the Carroll Creek view, there's something special here, you feel it too. Good morning Frederick, rise and shine. A city so lively, gotta make it mine. From downtown streets to the Carroll Creek view, there's something special here, you feel it too. Your host Annie, here to guide the way with a big smile. She brightens up your day, girls of your day. Good morning Frederick, rise and shine. A city so live.
I'm Nick. And I'm Sean. We're with For the Win Books, and you're watching Good Morning Frederick.
Good morning, Frederick. Wow, today is Thursday, April 10th. I'm your host, Danny Gurry. I hope you are having a wonderful morning so far. It's the eve of the weekend. I like it. I want to say good morning to my faithful viewers, Mama Cone. Yes, let's have an excellent day today. And of course, Tara Flannery is checking in this morning. And our good friend Christy Wood, Wags for Hope, where you guys helped me to donate $300 to them for March's purchases. Thank you so much for that. Appreciate that so much. Can't do it without you. I can't do any of this without you. Let's see what's happening today. We've got Chris Michaels joining us from WFMD. We're going to do a little morning roundup this morning. And I'm going to obviously highlight some of the events we have in Frederick. It's one of the greatest things in our community. There are events all the time, which makes it a lot of fun. Makes time fly by too. Mama Cone was saying yesterday, I don't know what it is about being up here, but the days move so quickly because we're so busy. Then we've got Peggy Magnanelli from Horses Healing Humans. We're going to talk with her and visit her farm in Union Bridge. And Jeff Madsen from Frederick Magic Theater and Lounge. I had no idea this place even existed. That's why I love doing what I do, so I can bring it to you. Maybe you didn't know either, and that's one of the best things about this, right? We learn new things happening around us all the time. All right, let's go ahead. We'll get Thursday rolling. Well, not only couldn't I do this show without you, I couldn't do it without Rita's Italian Ice and Frozen Custard of Frederick, or any of my other sponsors, actually. They are open daily from noon to 9 p.m. You can also get a hot pretzel or iced coffee from Rita's. And if you can't get to Rita's, they can come to you. You can order on Grubhub, DoorDash, and Uber Eats as well. Try that new Skittles flavor. They have those freeze-dried Skittles on top, which look amazing. They also have a mobile unit that can come to events, so you can reach out to them. If you've got a large-scale event, you want to give Rita's the opportunity to be there, they would love to do that, okay? There's no reason not to have Rita's. The other big thing is make sure you download their free app in the App Store because you can order ahead of time. This is great if you pull in and the parking lot is packed and there's 4 lines going. Sit in your car and order on the app. It'll be ready in just a couple minutes. You can walk up right to the side window and pick it up. That's a pro tip for you right there for sure. We love Rita's Italian Ice. And I'm stalling so that hopefully Chris Michaels can jump in here any minute now. See if we can get him on. But we've got some really cool stuff right now. I'm trying to share, and I appreciate when you guys do this as well. Share into the group. Well, everything Frederick and more. Because sometimes Facebook gets weird and it doesn't stream into the group. The show is on right now. Join us. We got your friends are all here. Join us. Your friends are all here. There we go. Oh, oops, something went wrong. Don't you love that? That's okay. We're going to copy that. We're going to clear that there. Anyway, let's see what else has been happening. Last evening, I visited the dog Sandbox Brew House for the first time, which was awesome. Alina happened to be there while I was there as well, along with our friend Brendan Pack from cybersecurity. I don't know what is happening here. I can't share apparently, but let's see who else. Of course, her kids, Alina's kids, Sunny and Willow were there along with Wait. Yeah, I for some reason I keep wanting to call him Nate. I might have done that last night. I don't even know. All right, I'm going to stall for one more second and see if he's going to be able to jump in here. Let's see what's happening. All right, I'm going to start with happening in Frederick just so that we can get through that because otherwise we'll be here all day. Happening in Frederick is brought to you by Oh, I put up the wrong one. I played the wrong one. Oh, I still had Intense on. That's silly. I did Doing Good by Intense. Let's try one more time. Take 2. My brain had a little glitch when I saw Intense because they're coming up later. Not quite yet. All right. Happening in Frederick is sponsored by Taco Bar in Frederick and Gaithersburg and Taquito in Hagerstown. Taco Bar is located at 3 Russell Avenue, Gaithersburg, and West Point Plaza just off Route 40 in Frederick. And Taquito is at 812 Frederick Street in Hagerstown. They all offer authentic, amazing, great quality food. And Taquito does that with a drive-through experience. So you don't even need to get out of your car if you don't want to. TacoBar1.com or Taquito by TacoBar.com is where you go to get more information, to try their food. It's amazing. All right. If you want all of the events, you can go to promocircus.com. Click on Everything Frederick Live and then calendar of events. Of course, the link should be right in the video you're watching right now. All right, tonight, 6:30, Take Back Night is at Hood College. And then on Saturday, it is the disc golf tournament at the to benefit the Seton Center. I'm not sure if registration is still available in that. Actually, I talked with the Seton Center this week. Be a little late though. 11 to 4 on Saturday, we have pop-up vendor event with Damsel in Defense, and we have a natural wellness place, and Gretchen Made It is supposed to be there. We'll see how the weather holds up. They'll either be outside or inside if the weather's not great. 1 to 3, Wise at Spring Ridge, WFRE will be broadcasting live, and at 6 p.m. on Saturday, the Flying Cows are home at Hood. If you want to attend that, you can text cows to 888-465-2944. All right. Chris is in the studio now, so we will back up a little bit and jump on with him. Morning Roundup is sponsored by Auto Trim Design of Mid-Maryland. Window tinting, paint protection film, ceramic coating, vinyl wraps like on the Good Morning Frederick car. Also, customized leather upholstered car seats. They can take care of all your aftermarket enhancements. Auto Trim Design of Mid-Maryland, accessories for any lifestyle. Find them on Urbana Pike or at autotrim-md.com. Well, there he is. Better late than never.
Right. I got to tell you, first of all, good morning, Frederick, and good morning, Danny Gurry, looking as beautiful as always this morning with the hair looking good. Love it. I got to tell you, listen, I got to say thank you. You're truly an amazing woman. You know, this is your show, Good Morning Frederick, but yet you always work around me when I'm late and move things around last minute. So what can I say? That's awesome. So thank you for that.
Yeah, you're okay. I was stalling, and then I was like, well, I'm just going to get into it. And I knew as soon as I got started, you would pop in. So there you go.
That always happens. You know, one thing people don't realize when you're hosting a show like this, you know, you have everything planned that you want to do. And then boogers like me come in here and throw a wrench in things, and you got to switch things up right away. So great job. Appreciate you doing that. Listen, today doesn't affect me, but it affects you. What am I talking about? Well, it's National Siblings Day.
Oh.
So there you go.
Well, I have to celebrate my siblings then, I guess.
Yeah, today would have been a good day to actually have them on the show to celebrate them, but they don't have to be here. I'm, again, an only child. Everybody always asks me why. My parents just simply told me after 3 or 4 years of having me, they said, you know what, I can't do this anymore. I'm done. Don't know what they meant by that, but I am an only child, so I don't have the luxury of celebrating.
One and done for you guys. One and done.
That's it.
Yeah. Well, you know, I tell you sometimes, so I actually have 5 brothers and sisters, and I'll have to give them all a call today and tell them I'm thinking of them.
Well, I'll tell you what, you know, people say one and done. I have 2 kids and I love them both, but my friend, I am 2 and through. No more for me. So listen, I was reading this, and you know me, I come with useless information like I do on the radio show. I'll bring some useless information to you right now. This whole Chad GPT thing is just, I'm still trying to figure out exactly what it is. I don't use it.
It's unbelievable. You know, I can't believe you don't use it every single day.
I don't. Is this like, I'm just so bad with technology, as you well know, Danny. What exactly is Chat GPT and how do people use it? I'm sorry.
Chat GPT is your super smart best friend. Super smart. Gives you
Well, you're my super smart best friend, Danny.
Chad is much smarter than me.
Okay.
Okay, I'll tell you how I use it. And just this is like for everyday things. Okay. Right. And I'm not sure who cooks dinner in your house. Is it you or your wife?
The microwave.
So
I'm just kidding, my wife.
I know, right. So do you come home from work, or when she comes home, do you say, what's for dinner?
I've been married for 21 years. If I got home and said, what's for dinner, I would have only been married for 2 years. So no, I do not.
So in my house, people used to come in and say, the kids or whatever, what's for dinner? And I hate that question because I am also out all day and haven't really put much thought into it. So Chat GPT, I go to it and I ask it, give me recipes for all week for dinners. And we have people that love steak and fish and chicken. This is what we eat. I have a microwave. I have a crock pot. I have this. And it not only will spit out your 5 days of recipes or 7 or however many you want, but it also puts together the shopping list of everything you need to get from the grocery store. And I asked it to make me a list of healthy snacks that are, and on top of it, I say I have 30 minutes to make a meal. So it makes it quick and easy. It's delicious. I post it to the fridge. I give Ash the shopping list because he does the grocery shopping in our house, and we're done for the week. All done.
Okay. So let me ask you this question. Will this Chad or whatever his name is, GPS, Chad GPS, will it actually cook the dinner for you? If not, it's useless to me and my wife.
Elon Musk to create the live and in version. I will be the first to buy it. Yes.
Okay. Okay. So to me in my life, it's useless because all I gotta do is call my mother, say, "Hey, ma, what should we have for dinner? What recipes do you recommend?" So, Chad GPS or
Chad
ABC or whatever it's called. Okay.
GPS. Yeah.
It's not going to help me at all. But however, for those of you that use it, there are some things here. I'm looking at 5 things you shouldn't tell. Oh, I see right here, Chat GPT. So there you go. Just in case you're wondering, here are the 5 things, because these things can get you into trouble. Embarrassing secrets, because obviously hackers could use them to blackmail you for money. Luckily, I have no secrets, and everything I say is usually embarrassing anyway. So there you go. Number 4, illegal activity, even if you're just joking. So yeah, don't go on there and say something stupid like
No.
I'm gonna go shoot up a school because that's not
Right.
funny. It's
No.
stupid and you're wasting resources and scaring
Yeah.
people. And Danny, this is all common sense stuff. Really, don't give out your financial information. Don't share things like bank account numbers or crypto keys or anything like that. And things that could be used to steal your identity. Don't say, "Hey, chat, here's my social security number."
Chad, have a
And
good
then
time. Here you go.
yeah. And then, of course, obviously, passwords. Don't tell it to remember your passwords.
No.
And for crying out loud, don't use the password 1234. I mean, some of us can actually count that high. It happens. People do that. So there you go. For those of
Great
you like Danny,
advice.
there you go. And if you missed that top 5, you can also rewatch the show, right, on
Right?
YouTube, and you can jot it down. So there you go. Some great information coming from Chris Michaels. You're welcome.
Yes. Well, Chris and Chad are your best friends right here.
Yes. And okay, I see apparently it's not GPS. So okay, we just use that as another
I'm
blooper,
going to
Danny.
start calling it that now, though. Chad GPS. That's what I'm
just, just,
using.
just use it as another blooper. It's okay. There's many other to choose from that I've made on this show. All right, so I guess that we will get to serious stuff now. We shall get to news once I pull it up here. Here we go. Danny, I got to tell you something. I was so unprepared, like I am now. I was so unprepared for today's show, and it's worse when Bob's not there. When Bob's not here, by the way, I spoke with Bob. He's in South Carolina right now, safe and
Okay.
sound. But when Bob's here, he does the majority of the show prep. I'll do some stuff, but he does the majority of the show prep. Then I can take care and do my PD duties, my program directing duties, when I get in, start that. But being Bob's not here, I have to do all the show prep, and I didn't wake up today until 4:30, Danny. 4:30. Yeah.
Oh, no.
Yeah, and I like to be here by 5 o'clock.
Oh, yeah.
So I just had enough time to change the clothes, throw on the deodorant, which I couldn't find anywhere. Finally found it, put on the deodorant. Yeah, it's nothing worse than
Don't you put it in the same place every day?
Usually I do, but the one time I didn't. I couldn't find it anywhere. How the heck it got in the hamper, I have no clue. But yes, it was in the hamper. I only knew that because I had to throw my dirty shirts in the hamper, and I saw it buried there. I had no clue how that. Anyway, so I didn't have enough time to show prep today, so it was a nerve-wracking show. Then we had Jason Lando in, and normally I like to write down intelligent questions to ask him, and of course I didn't do that. So my basic questions to Chief of Police for Frederick County, Jason Lando, was, Jason, how do you get your bald head so shiny? Because I can't do it. So yeah, that's what happens when you don't show prep, folks.
Information for people to know about the Chief of Police.
That's why it's very important to show prep. Anyway, so getting to news. The Frederick County Council on Tuesday. I know Danny's like, when's Bob coming back? I can't deal with this much, Chris Michaels. Don't worry, I'll be back on Monday. The Frederick County Council on Tuesday held a hearing on a proposal to raise the salaries of county executive and members of the county council. And man, this has been a hot topic.
Wait a minute. The county council voted themselves in a raise.
Yes, and it has been.
This is maddening. This
Isn't it
is
crazy,
maddening
Danny?
that they are able to do that. I mean, of course,
And what?
why wouldn't they? I wish I could vote myself a raise.
So one of our county councilman Mason Carter, who actually co-hosted the show with me today, is against it, and it's what Danny, what a bad time to do that right now when people are
Yes.
struggling. You know, you've got
Yes.
tariffs going on nationally, but locally, taxes in Annapolis, they're looking to raise taxes, and right now, how do you think it makes us feel as people who are struggling right now? I
The
would love to
optics
go.
for this are awful. And the fact that
Yeah,
no one stands up and says, you know what, this might not be the most brilliant time to do this. That is ridiculous.
yeah. I mean, listen, I tried that. You know, of course, we have a new company who just bought us out. I sent an email to Mike Banks and the owners of the company. I said, hey, I'm voting
Yeah.
myself to get a raise here at WFMD. They just looked at me and laughed at me. So I can't do it. So, you know, why should they be able to do it?
That
Yeah.
is terrible.
Isn't that something?
That is
So,
really, really awful.
yep. So that's what's going on there. And a verdict came down Wednesday on the trial of Frederick. Man, the state's attorney's office says the jury found Gregory Light, a 39, not guilty on all three counts. They were attempted second-degree murder, use of a firearm in a crime of violence, and possession of a firearm with felony conviction. He had been on trial in circuit court since Monday for an incident which occurred in downtown Frederick. You might remember this in 2019. I know I do. In that case, there was two groups of individuals who got into an argument inside of the Taco Daddy restaurant on North Market Street. I can't believe that was 2019. That was a while ago. So there's that. And getting into weather, Danny, if you're going out and about, it is a rainy morning, and I guess I'll continue with my reputation of being the bearer of bad news because it's going to be like that until Saturday, Danny. It's going to be
Ugh.
rainy today. Yeah, I know. You sound like my wife when she first sees me in the morning. She goes, "Ugh." Um, it's going to be rainy today, tomorrow, and listen, I'm not the best. It takes a lot to make me look this decent when I come on your show. I'm not this good looking in the morning, but you know, today is going to be a high of 43. Again, rainy. And tonight we are looking at getting down to a low of 42. The rain's going to last morning into the afternoon. And then again, Friday, tomorrow, PM showers, Saturday showers again. However, the next chance for a really nice day will be coming up on Sunday. Don't see any rain showers on Sunday. It's just going to be partly cloudy with a high of 64. So there you go, my friend. That is the news, useless information, and weather wrapped up into only about 45 minutes it took me.
You are amazing. Thank you so much. I know you have a ton to do. Maybe prepare for tomorrow's show now so you're not stuck
Yeah, right.
if you sleep in.
Poor Bob is probably listening like, oh my God, I've been on this radio station for 30 years, built up quite a listener base, and Chris ruined it within one day. Oh, man.
Train wreck. I love it.
All
That's
right,
how
my
we
friend.
live,
Have a
though.
great day.
That's
That's
how
it.
we live. All right. Have a
Good
great one.
morning,
We'll see you.
Frederick.
All right. Want to thank him. I know he's got so much going on. So every morning I'm texting saying, hey, you going to join today? If you're not a big deal because I know you got a lot of stuff to do. All right. We are going to take a quick break. Then we're going to jump right back into what's happening in Frederick right after this.
Cosmec Healing handcrafted small batch tinctures and transdermal salves. Double third-party tested for quality you can trust. If you've got pain, headaches, or anxiety, our products are here to help you find relief. Patient over profits mindset, 'cause we're patients too. CosmecHealing.com.
Real estate goddess, yeah. She's the one to get you there. Homes and dreams are perfect. Shining family beyond compare.
Travel better with Antietam World Travel Service, your gateway to worry-free journeys. With their extensive network, unmatched experience, and personalized services, you can explore the world with confidence and ease. When you work with Antietam World Travel Service, you get convenience, experience, and connections. Go to AntietamTravel.com now and get started on your dream vacation. All right, we're jumping right back into it. So we went over tonight and Saturday. And then of course Sunday. So every Saturday and Sunday at the home of everything Frederick, we have pop-up vendor markets. And again, they'll be out front if the weather is good and inside if the weather is not so good. We have up to 3 vendors every single weekend day. And we're doing a special pop-up vendor event Memorial Weekend as well. So Monday will be added too. All right, starting April 14th, which is this Monday. Do you see? Oh, I don't think you can see them, but right back here, I've got a bunch of the eggs that we are putting together to be hidden and for you to find around the county. Okay, there are going to be 300 eggs hidden, and they've got some amazing prizes, including $500 in cash, 100 Maryland Lottery scratch offs, and gift cards from some of our amazing friends in Frederick, including, of course, Maryland Lottery. Got to thank them for sponsoring this event. WLR Automotive, which is home to the Auto Spa Express. 7th Street Cafe, Intense Barbecue, McClintock Distilling, Prospect Pantry, Red Horse Steakhouse, Sandbox Brewhouse. They've got some great beer. I can attest to that. Even if you don't like IPAs, I drank an IPA last night. Starvin' Marvin, the Salty Seahorse, which is a vacation rental in Corolla, North Carolina. 10th Ward, Terrapin Travel, Texas Roadhouse, the Healing Storm Holistic Wellness, Tree Trekkers, and I forgot to add Elite Feet Dance Studio. I got to add them. I got to write that down. Add Elite Feet. But they just signed on this week as well. And so we appreciate all of those. And you could win some Good Morning Frederick merch. There's a ton of great stuff. All right. Locations will be released on Facebook, the Good Morning Frederick Facebook page on Monday morning. You're going to see a photo of where the eggs are hidden. That photo should give away where it is. And then throughout the day and the week, we will post when eggs have been found and which ones have been found so that you don't look for stuff that isn't there. Okay. We don't want you out hunting for stuff that's not there. So, gonna be a lot of fun. And we hope that you guys have a great time doing this. And I'm getting all my friends to volunteer to help hide the eggs because 300 is a lot. Mama Cone and I will be very busy getting the eggs out there. My husband Ash, we got everybody rolling, so it's gonna be good. All right. April 16th, it is Teacher Appreciation at Tree Trekkers. That is during spring break, and there is a free happy hour as well. April 19th, again, St. Jude fundraiser is at Wise, where are we? In Thurmont on that one from 11 to 1. And April 19th kicks off Thurmont Restaurant Week. April 24th is SHIP's annual lip sync battle. Tickets are available on sale right now. Go to shipfrederick.com. Get your tickets. It includes all the entertainment from 9 lip sync groups, nine different groups lip syncing, which is going to be fun. And I am happy to be the MC for that event. April 26th, time to mark your calendar. We've got a couple places for you to sell all the stuff you're going to collect as your spring cleaning. From 7:30 to noon, you can do the TJ High School Community Yard Sale at the school. That benefits Safe and Sane. On that day as well is Bring a Broom for downtown Frederick's cleanup. It's Fiberfest at the Frederick Fairgrounds. And Andrea's House Rise and Renew Gala is on April 26th. On the 27th, it is Stomp Out Heroin 5K. That's in Baker Park. 9 to 3 is Pulling for Veterans Flea Market, where you can get a space for just $30 at the AmVets Farm. And 1 to 3 on April 27th is the Lucky E Rodeo at the Montgomery County Fairgrounds. And then May 2nd, coming up at Give Rise Studios, is the Immersive Art Project Spring Bloom. And that's really fun as well. We got some amazing events coming up in May, continuing, and you can check that out here. You can get that full calendar if you go to the home of everything. If you go to, Good Morning Frederick's Facebook page, I think we have it pinned to featured at the top. It's also on promocircus.com. But Alive at 5 kicks off starting May 8th. You're going to want to check that out as well. May 10th, you got Battle of the Bands at the fairgrounds. May 14th, you can join Chris and I and Mama Cone, and I'm sure a bunch of other people, for movie night for Christmas Cash for Kids. We are showing The Never Ending Story. It is rated PG. We would love for you to join us with your family. Your $20 ticket includes popcorn and a drink with free refills, and that money will be donated to Christmas Cash for Kids thanks to the sponsorship from moi. Good Morning Frederick is sponsoring that event so that all the money can be donated and donated to Christmas Cash for Kids. Okay, so we will leave that there. As we get further into April, we'll keep pushing those May events. Want to say good morning. Gary Morton is checking in. He is running for sheriff in Frederick, and I'm sure we'll be seeing a lot more of him as we near an election next year. I think it's next November is the election for that. So yeah, we'll get him back on the show. I had him on the show in July, this past July, so it's about time. It's about time we get him back on again. All right, I'm going to move things around since we just did the break and we just did that. So let's go ahead and find out who is doing good in our neighborhood. And you're going to meet Peggy, right? Now it's time for Intense Barbecue. That's right. Doing Good in the Neighborhood is sponsored by Intense Barbecue, family-owned barbecue food truck and catering company, cooking in small batches to ensure the food is as fresh as it can be when you get it. You can find them at intensebarbecue.com. When you get their food, you satisfy your meat tooth. Don't forget, they cater. They cater weddings. They cater family reunions. If you want something for Father's Day or Mother's Day or anything, graduation parties, contact Rob and Robin at Intense Barbecue. All right, Peggy has made a dream come true for herself and her family, and she started Horses Healing Humans. Here she is. All right, I made it out to Union Bridge, which is not that far. I'm with Peggy Magnanelli. Horses Healing Humans.
Yes.
So I've known you for a while.
Yeah, Paul.
Yeah, Paul Florimbio
introduced us many years ago.
Yes, while you were in the throes of real estate.
Right.
And then I was just saying, I remember when you announced you had bought this property.
Right.
And I told you I didn't even realize that this was the goal, but this was always your goal.
Yes.
And so you have a farmette, I would call. Yeah?
Right,
How many acres do you have here?
8.5 acres.
Oh, that's nice. Yeah, it's like my parents' place. So.
Yeah, it's just big enough for the two of us to handle, to take care of. My husband keeps the grounds.
Yeah, and it's a lot of work.
It is a lot
of work. It's a lot of work, and it is 24/7, 7 days a week, having a property like this with horses.
Yeah.
But the ultimate goal is healing people.
Correct.
And equine therapy, I don't know if I was as familiar with it back in the day. It is exploding.
It is exploding.
And it's finally, so good. Yes, right. Finally. A lot of people have been at the forefront of trying to get this equated to a true therapeutic program.
Yep.
And there's a bunch of organizations similar to yours, but there's so many people that need the help.
Well, that's it.
Yeah.
That's it. When I hadn't ridden in almost 50 years, and 2020 taught me, hey, now's the time, no more excuses, shut up and do it. So I thought, I'll start over. I found the universe put me in front of the right riding instructor. And I'd only been there 3 or 4 weeks, was brushing my horse out at the end of the lesson the week before he had gone out of town for training. So I said, hey, how was your training? He lit up like a Christmas tree talking about it.
Oh, wow.
I had never really heard about equine assisted therapy.
Yeah.
And this was 4 years ago.
Yeah, yeah.
And I was like, we talked for probably an hour and a half.
Yeah.
Would have talked longer, but his next lesson showed up.
Gotta go.
And so I started doing a deep dive. I probably read 20 books, all these case studies. And I'm like, this is absolutely amazing. And I never before in my life have I felt like this is something you have to do.
Yeah, you were really drawn to it.
Oh, yeah.
Really,
and I married the nicest man on the planet who knew
allowed
nothing about horses at all whatsoever.
Yeah.
I think the closest he had been to a horse was, the little horses in front of the
You drop a
dime
quarter
store.
in.
You drop a quarter in. Yes, that was the closest he'd ever been to horses.
Yeah.
And, he was like, I told him what I wanted to do. He said, do I get to get a tractor?
I need the
And I'm
toys.
like, yeah.
Yeah.
He's a vehicle guy.
Yeah.
He's a vehicle guy. So, I'm like, yeah, you get a tractor. He's like, okay, let's do it.
What a great
And
guy.
I was like, oh, you have no idea what you're getting yourself into. So, we started out with our first horse and a donkey. We now have 4 full-size horses, a mini donkey, and a mini horse.
Yeah.
So the mini horse is really, really good for people who are intimidated by the size.
Yeah.
Because they're 1,000 pounds.
Yeah, you could be intimidated for sure.
Yeah. So Lily is our little one. She's the one right over there.
All right. So how do people get to you, or are you working through an organization to get referrals, or people come direct? How does that work?
So I have a website, but I work mostly with therapists.
Okay.
So the therapists bring their clients out
They
here.
identify the
They
things.
identify that this is, especially if somebody's really stuck.
Yeah.
And for a lot of people, especially veterans, first responders, ER nurses, 911 dispatchers, fire, EMS, talk therapy is very difficult. They don't open up, but this is experiential.
Yeah.
And what goes on with the horses kind of mirrors what's going on with you. And so you can see it from here.
Yeah.
So like you see what's going and you're like, oh.
Yeah.
And so creating a relationship with a horse who is 1,000 pounds, nonverbal.
Yeah.
They communicate energetically and they communicate with body language. So you've got to be 100% present in the moment like they are.
Yeah.
And when you're working with veterans groups and people like, and the first responders, they're hyper vigilant, and so are the horses.
Yeah.
Because they're hardwired to think that everything's out to kill them.
Yeah.
Because they're prey animals.
Yeah.
And their first instinct is to leave.
Yeah.
They don't fight back.
No.
They leave first.
Yeah.
We're predators.
Yeah.
So for somebody for a human to create a relationship with a horse is very special.
Yeah.
And they have this really cool thing. We all have like an energetic bubble. So we're standing a comfortable couple feet away from each other.
Yeah.
Our little bubble is about 3 feet.
Yep.
Well, their bubble is 10 feet.
Oh, wow.
So they can feel you.
Yeah.
And their heart is 5 times the size of ours.
Yeah.
So that's their little energetic bubble, but they can feel like 50 feet away.
Yeah.
So they know I'm coming out of the house before I walk out the
yeah.
door. I walk out the door and they're looking up, where's my
Yeah,
breakfast?
You're late.
You're late. We're starving to death out here.
That's right.
We haven't had anything to eat in at least 3 minutes.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. But it is true, and it's funny because before there was a name for it, I grew up around horses, and I always told my friends who came over to ride, they feel everything you feel.
Yes.
So if you're nervous or afraid, they are going to get that energy. So relax.
Exactly.
Let that, and so I never even knew that that's what that was. I just knew how the horses reacted if you were crazy or, being all wired or whatever. They just take that energy and they feel it. So
exactly.
And it is amazing, even with my friends when we were kids, to watch somebody get in sync with a horse because you can see the moment it happens. It's actually quite amazing to watch it. But I'm so glad that people, especially the ones you guys are reaching out to, because like you say, for a lot of people who are in these traumatic, daily stressful situations, the talking isn't enough. No. And it's not sincere in the sense that they're guarding, they're protecting their jobs, their reputations, and all of that, which is fair enough.
Right.
But when you're out here and that animal can't talk back, it can't judge you, but it feels you.
Yes.
That's huge.
That's huge.
Yeah, it is huge.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's
awesome.
I had a friend out. We were doing a practice demonstration for a group of therapists. And she's an Army veteran, was an interrogator in Iraq, and has lots of issues. She will fully admit it. And so the therapist and she had just gone to Costco. So she was very anxious. She says, I don't like crowds. I'm like, you went to Costco on Sunday afternoon? Hello? But so we did a grounding exercise to kind of get her out of her head and into her body first. And that's one of the biggest things, because we as humans live in our heads, not in our bodies. Yeah. So getting her grounded into her body. And she went out, and at the time we only had 4. And they lined up single file for her and walked up one at a time. It was the coolest thing I've ever seen.
That's wild.
Yes. Yeah. And I've never seen them do that before or since.
Yeah. That's what she needed then at the time. It's
and
really
the horses just know.
Yeah, they do.
They do. Yeah. And, one of my horses just stood with her and held space for her as long as she wanted. Yeah. And it must have been 20 minutes or a half hour. Yeah. The two of them just hung out. Yeah. And that's
another great thing about the horse, right? They're not on a schedule or timing.
No, they're not at all.
That's right. Yeah, unless it's feed time. But
yes, that's true.
That's really awesome. So if you're working with a therapist or something like that, you may mention that maybe equine therapy is for you, and they can look into programs that thankfully we have, like I said, several, but certainly yours would be one of them.
I'm in touch with a couple other people in the area who do it. So if it's something that I can't handle, I'm absolutely referring them out to somebody like Hearts of the Herd, who she works strictly with elementary school kids. And she's amazing. She does a phenomenal job. Actually, my granddaughter's going to be volunteering with her this summer.
Nice.
Yeah,
so she does a really great job.
She does a great job, and there are other groups popping up all over the place. So it's really starting to get traction. People are really starting to see how well it works.
Yeah. That's awesome. Well, we appreciate you having us out to your beautiful place here in Union Bridge.
We have retreats coming up.
Oh, okay.
Yes. So I've partnered with a nonprofit called Reforge.
Oh, I love Reforge. Katie Moran.
Yeah.
We love her.
We're partners with them.
Nice.
They are, and we've started to get some sponsors through them for the retreats for female veterans, female first responders, either active or retired.
Okay.
And same with military, active or retired.
Okay.
And their female family members.
Okay.
So we're doing 7. We start we start in May.
Okay.
So 2 of them are up on the website. May and June are up on the website. I'm not the most tech savvy, so it takes me. I'm a horse girl. I'm not tech savvy.
Yeah.
My granddaughter says I'm very tech savvy for my age.
I love how she puts that proviso.
Yeah, a little backhanded slight there. Yeah. But so we'll have them all up, and so we're really looking forward. So we'll be going through November.
Oh, very
one a
nice.
month.
Okay.
They're only $25 for the veteran. Everything else is sponsored.
Nice.
I have somebody doing a sound bath 1 month. We have somebody doing tapping.
Oh.
I have somebody else coming out to do Reiki.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So we have a lot of different
things.
wellness type things going on. And
Excellent.
Yeah, just to help people feel better.
Yeah, well, we'll make sure all of that is on our calendars, and we'll promote them as they come up and get closer. So horseshealinghumans.org?
Yes.
Okay, horseshealinghumans.org is the website to get more information. Hey, if you want to sponsor and you want to help these veterans and first responders get healed or find some sort of peace, you should sponsor one of these great events through Reforge and Horses Healing Humans. And I'll make sure you got all the information you need, or you can reach out to myself or Peggy to find out more information as well. We thank you guys so much for watching.
What a great program she has there. And definitely, if you know or work with people and think equine therapy is good for you or them, reach out to Peggy. All right, we're going to take a quick break. Then we're back with Frederick, Magic Theater and Lounge. We're going to meet Jeff in just a moment, right after these messages.
This portion of Good Morning Frederick is powered by Ken's Automotive and Transmissions, Total Car Care. Need an oil change or brakes? Ken's Automotive and Transmissions can take care of that. How about exhaust or engine work? Ken's Automotive and Transmissions can do that too. No matter what you need for your car, Ken's Automotive and Transmissions is Total Car Care. Go to kenstrans.com to schedule an appointment today.
Hi, I'm Devin, your friendly neighborhood shower door expert. Upgrade your bathroom with a beautiful glass shower door, custom fit to accent your space and make getting into your shower one of the highlights of your day. Come see us at our brand new showroom in Frederick, Maryland, or online at showerdoorexperts.com.
Yes. Oh, wait, we got A&S Construction, a local and award-winning woman and minority-owned business, and they are right here in Frederick, servicing Frederick County. A&S Construction specialize in roofing and siding. They can also take care of your windows and gutters and even build you a new patio or deck. Call Sandra at 301-703-2157 or email info@ansconstruction.net. Remember, you get $750 off any roof or siding replacement or $50 off any roof repairs. Just tell Sandra you saw her on Good Morning Frederick. And here is the money shot with everything they do. Screenshot that right now. Keep it in your phone until you are ready to make your commitment to get some work done. We love that too. All right, let's talk about who is making our market phenomenal. Market Makers is sponsored by Maryland Lottery with tons of ways to win. Hot scratch-offs like Big Money, where a $5 ticket could net you $50,000, or the $2 Monopoly ticket with a top prize of $10,000. Go to mdlottery.com for the details. You must be 18 or older to play. Please play responsibly. All right, I got a chance to meet Jeff Madsen from Frederick Magic Theater and Lounge. I didn't even know this place was there.
19
Court Street. What, North Court Street? We're on
19 North Court
North
Street,
Court Street.
Suite 100.
Downtown, Suite 100 with Jeff. Frederick Magic Theater Lounge.
Frederick Magic Theater and Lounge.
This is such a cool space.
Right?
Yes. I am dumbfounded that I didn't know about it before, but I don't feel horrible because it's about 6 months old. Well, November to now.
Right. We're new kids on the block.
Newish. Okay. First, tell me a little bit about your background. How long have you been into magic?
Seriously, for about 10 years.
Okay.
But, I was a kid, got I got a Pressman magic kit, I think, when I was 10 years old.
Okay.
Came with 50 tricks. That was the thing back in the day.
Yeah.
And I got into that. My first exposure was Doug Henning on TV in the late 70s.
Oh, yeah.
And that's what really got me started. But, I grew up, went to college, other interests came about.
Yeah.
But once my kids left for college, I needed to do something.
So this is the empty nest
Yes.
thing. That's the focus now that the kids are adults. Are you from this area?
No, I grew up in Chicago, actually.
Okay. What brought you to Frederick?
Work.
Okay.
I graduated college and got a job here in the DC metro area. So.
Okay. And then, so you said, I want to open a lounge, or I want to open a theater space to do magic. Are you the only one that does magic here? Or
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, I'm the only performer.
Very nice. And shows are every Saturday at 8:00.
Yes.
Doors at 7, and you can hang out till 10. There's a little lounge upstairs, and I'll make sure our viewers see it. Doug Henning, was he an illusionist or a magician? Okay, so he was an illusionist, which is a little bit different, yes? Or no?
He did more big stage type
like
illusions.
making
Like a David
jets
Copperfield.
disappear.
Yeah,
exactly. I do remember that being a kid and seeing David Copperfield and him doing stuff like that. So how do you learn tricks? Because I know that there's like some code that you're not supposed to be told how things work.
Sure. You learn a trick and you're not supposed to tell anybody, but it takes the fun out of it too, right?
Yeah.
And once you know,
then
it's just not fun.
No.
But as a magician, there's a code. Sure, you don't share tricks, and a lot of it. Think of it as artwork, right?
Sure.
You don't want to. There's copyright, things, right? So if you pay for a trick and you pay for the method, it's yours, but you want to keep that tightly held.
Yeah. Okay. So the shows go about an hour. You said.
Yes.
Awesome. In 1 hour, how does the show run? Are you talking while you're doing stuff as well to the audience?
The show is comedy magic.
Okay.
The theme of the show is mystery and mayhem. So there's mystery to it. And there's a little bit of fun mayhem going on
I like it.
with the show. But there's about 12 effects that we go through.
Okay.
Very much audience participation.
Okay, I was going to ask.
With 22 seats, we pretty much get everybody involved.
Whether they like it or not.
Yeah. And we get about 15 people interacting. Not necessarily do they all 15 come up on stage, but some will stand in the audience and we'll reach out to them with a trick. But
what is your hope for this place? Is this really everything you wanted it to be, and this is where it will stay?
Yeah, I think this size works for Frederick. We have a really good vibe, and with the low seat, we fill up every weekend, which is great because you want a really full crowd in here to really get that vibe going.
Yeah.
And but this is pretty much what my thought was for this place.
Okay. So I must be one of the only people that did not know this existed. So how do people find out about the shows and get their tickets?
So frederickmagic.com is the website, and you can get on there. It'll direct you to Eventbrite, and you'll get tickets through Eventbrite.
Okay, excellent. So every week your shows are there, and then people can just buy their ticket.
Correct. And we post about 8 weeks out. So I think we're posting up through Memorial Day weekend.
Yeah.
And then as we sort of go through shows, we'll post another 4 weeks or something.
Okay, very cool. Do you change up your the show from time to time?
The general run of the show is the same.
Okay.
We do have specials. So we did a special for Valentine's Day. We did a Christmas special, actually. We had Santa come in.
Oh, fun.
We did a trick with Santa, which was fun. But we do Valentine's Day. We just did St. Patrick's Day special, and we did April Fool's. Those special shows, we add in a trick that the whole audience participates in.
Oh, fun.
And then we hold a post show, and I teach you a trick. So like for April Fool's Day, I teach you a trick to fool your friends on April Fool's.
I love it. Okay, so if there was one thing you'd want Frederick to know about Frederick Magic Theater and Lounge, what would that be?
I think it's just, we want it to be an event, an experience, not just you come to a show, have a drink, and you leave. We want you to be able to walk through the door, and everything has been just thought through. Your seat, you get a playing card as a seat, and you can see the seat numbers are all playing cards.
Yeah.
And so it's just from that little details throughout the whole evening. We want it to be an experience so that you leave with a really good experience.
Yeah, that's really fun. Now, do you run everything or do you have other people that help you?
My wife helps me.
Okay, because she's so good.
Yes, she is front of house, if you will.
Okay,
So she checks everybody in. She runs the bar, gets everybody settled with a drink and whatnot, and chit chats upstairs.
Oh, nice.
I run the theater, so I work the board and I do all the tricks and all of that kind of stuff. So
how fun! How fun a time to spend together. You know, kind of building your dream. And I mean, you guys have really done a great job. How did you find this space?
Well, I live right around the corner.
Okay.
And I was having lunch one day at Crabapple.
Okay.
I walked by and there was a sign in the window. I was peeking in, and the landlord, which I didn't know at the time, she walked up and said, can I help you?
You're looking to break in or you're looking to rent?
And I said, I'm looking for space. And she brought me in. I told her what the plans were. And she goes, well, this is great. You know, we're in an office building setting, but we are right around the corner from the Weinberg and the Maryland Ensemble. So it's a perfect
Market
fit.
Street, really. Right. Yeah. So if you wanted to go have dinner and do that on Market Street and then come in, it's perfect.
Yes.
Yeah, excellent. So we're going to make sure that the website is on the screen for you. You can also just search Eventbrite, I'm sure, and find it. And come have yourself some fun. It is a very, very cute theater, and I'm sure you're going to have a great time. We really appreciate you being a part of our community and bringing something a little bit different to downtown Frederick.
Well, thank you. Yes, it's been fun.
Oh, that's awesome. All right. We thank you guys so much for watching.
All right, Danny, you want to do a trick with me?
I would love it.
All right, let's try this. So I'm just going to riffle down the cards. You say stop whenever you want, okay?
Okay. Stop.
Right here.
Mm-hmm.
Take a look at that.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
All right, put it right back here.
Yep.
Now I'm just going to cut it into the deck, okay? But while I'm doing that, I want you to think of a number.
Okay.
It could be any number. I'm going to count to that number, so we don't want 49 or 50.
Yeah, no.
Right, so maybe something between 10 and 20, but I don't want to force you into anything. So when you got one, just holler it out.
Okay. 6 is my number.
6 is your number. Okay.
Yeah.
So would you like me to cut the deck one more time, or are you good?
I'm good.
All right. So you said 6, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Deanie, what was your card?
It was a Queen of Hearts. Holy cow. How is that possible?
It just happens. I don't know how it works either.
That is great. That is really good. So, I mean, I could have said any number.
You could have said any number.
Yet it was there.
We would have made it work.
All right. So this is Frederick Magic Theater and Lounge right on North Court Street. Get your tickets. Jeff is amazing. And what's your wife's name?
Judy.
Jeff and Judy.
Jeff and Judy,
I like it. Fantastic. You can see Judy upstairs. If you get your tickets, she will check you guys in and get you a nice cocktail. And you can enjoy a great show every Saturday right here. How cool is he? So fun. So fun. I really didn't know how he did that. But, I mean, maybe the deck was all Queen of Hearts. Who knows? I didn't check. So there you go. All right. Want to say good morning to author Sharon Price. And, here is Gary's website, Friends of Gary Morton for Sheriff.org. We're going to get him back on the show very soon to talk about that. All right. Tune in tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. to wrap up the week, or, you can watch anytime on YouTube. Tell a friend about Good Morning Frederick. Let's get out there. Let's have a great day and be great.